Hello, hello. Perfidious Pete here, back and ready to once again fling a few brave men and women out of a catapult right into a brick wall in XCOM: The Long War. And no, I'm not talking about Annette Durand, at least not this time. Though, if the opportunity rose to fling her out of a catapult directly into a brick wall, I'm not sure I could bring myself to refuse. But no, this time, I'm actually talking about what feels like the steady, seemingly inevitable progress that the aliens are making, despite the fact that Project Lazarus has bested them in every single tactical mission they have launched. This panic stuff we've got going on here really feels a lot like the 2015 Major League Baseball season for the Chicago Cubs. It's like the Cubbies finally get around to putting together a solid season, and despite having, at least as of today's recording, the fourth best record in all of baseball, they still currently don't have any chance at all of making the playoffs, because the two teams leading their division have the number 1 and number 2 records in all of baseball. It's a real kick in the dick for the Cubbies, and also a real kick in the dick for Project Lazarus here, because this panic track, despite having just done a fairly successful raid on the alien base to reclaim Mexico, Project Lazarus isn't even going to be able to hang on to it for a full month, and we might also lose the United States. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to wonder...
We don't have the resources to go off on a wild goose chase.
Okay, I don't know what the hell you were talking about. I'm going to assume, Bradford, that you actually are drunk and literally chasing a goose around the command center. You might as well do that. It's probably the best use of your time. But no, I'm wondering if maybe our troopers, back to my original point, and the Cubs, haven't at some point refused to let a man and his goat watch them, clear a map and empty it of aliens? That's the only thing I can think of, is that we've got some kind of Cub-style curse going. The doubles, I'm salty just talking about it. The double terror missions that we got on Mexico right after we launched the liberation effort, it's either just terrible, terrible luck or just terrible, terrible game design. One of the two. I'm not sure whether it's the mod makers to blame or just RNGesus to blame. For now, let's pin it on Jesus and get to scanning, I guess. I mean, if you're going to blame somebody, blame Jesus. Hashtag blame Jesus. Some more psionic training's complete. All right. Mata Hari has succeeded. Fantastic. We definitely needed Mata Hari back in action. I am glad to have her back in a rotation. She is one of our best gunners. Number 2 gunner, in fact, Mata Good Time Hari at Gunnery Sergeant. Fantastic. I'm really stoked to have her back. I would love to get Mary Stewart in to replace her, actually. But Mary Stewart is tired because we just deployed her on our last mission. Son of a bitch. A gunner goes in. I'd like to take a gunner out. We could send Margaret Thatcher in, but Margaret Thatcher has suffered an unfortunate number of critical wounds, and as such, Margaret Thatcher not really going to be well suited to becoming a telekinetic badass. Who could we put in her place? Machiavelli actually wouldn't be a terrible addition. He has a really good willpower. And as an infantry troopers and psyker doesn't necessarily go fantastically well together. Could put Jesus in. It does take away our only medic, though. Seems less than ideal. Isaac Newton, if he had time to come out, I would say yes. You know what? Let's... You know who we can spare in this whole situation? We can spare fucking Atlas King. That's who we can spare. And we're going to go for neural feedback for Atlas King, actually. Our scouts are frequently going to be forward and the most exposed to potential incoming psychic onslaughts. I think as a result of that, Atlas King taking neural feedback is a pretty good sort of value proposition. We can send Atlas out there, have him do a little baiting, and try and get the enemy to put their more powerful psychic abilities on cooldown, flinging them at Atlas. And if we couple that with like a neural link that just prevents psychic powers from working at all, we've got a pretty strong little combo. Steve Jobs and Steve McQueen both back on duty. Double Steve action. Hot Steve on Steve action. Carapace armor is built. Okay, that's fine. Back to scanning. So it looks like we're going to get an abduction mission. Theoretically, if we threw every single pilot we had at this abductor, we might have a chance of actually shooting it down. Theoretically. Its problem is all of them are going to take damage, and I don't think we're going to have enough intercept windows to get it done, because this thing is probably going to land, like, I don't know, right here on the Cape somewhere, I'm guessing, or it's going to land somewhere in Africa. I don't think we have time to actually throw 5 enemies in the air, so...
Contact detected.
Let's just send Pyro Warren up to wave at it. Give him the finger like we always do, or, as the boys from Top Gun would have taught us, engage in visual communication.
Bangs out.
and then just immediately bug out. So there we go.
Disengaging.
All right, visual communication achieved. And back to scanning. So it's going right down to the, okay, it's going down to like, what is that, like Cape Town, South Africa, I'm guessing, somewhere in that neighborhood? My African geography admittedly
Commander,
is substantial.
we have
I
multiple
actually
reports
guessed
of new
correctly.
abductions
Holy
in
shit.
progress. The locations are marked on the hologlobe.
Alright, so we have heavy activity in South Africa. Why couldn't this have been in the United States, by the way? We could have used the panic reduction for, we really could have used the panic reduction for thwarting an abduction mission. We really could have. Alright, so yeah, let's go to Cape Town then. South Africa? Let's do it. Alright, a team. Mata Good Time Hari is back, and with Mata Good Time Hari actually on the job, let's take the Iron Lady then. This is an abduction mission, not out of the question that we might run into a mechtoid or some other fairly powerful beast that would require a double tap shot with some heat ammo. Scope and a laser sight. Good Time Girl is ready to lock. Franklin D. Roosevelt might be overcommitting. I'm comfortable with a George Custer on this one, actually. George needs the EXP. He's very likely to level as long as he doesn't get himself killed. He's alternatively not particularly likely to hit anything with that sniper rifle. He has about as good of a batting average as most of the Cubs likely will in September when it comes time to try and maybe get a wild card bid. But I digress. Virginia Big Bad Wolf. You know, I'm going to send Erwin Rommel on this. Abduction missions and small UFOs do tend to be some of the more, I don't want to say easy, but easy is the word I'm looking for. They do tend to be some of the easier missions we encounter. Gauss Rifle Battle Scanner, I don't really think you need a med kit, Rommel. Why do you have a med kit? Oh, Rommel was ghetto medicing on our last mission, that's right. So, Battle Scanner, Gauss Rifle, Carapace Armor, let's get Rommel straightened out. We're going to save the Big Bad Wolf. I don't want to send Isaac Newton. Oh, we have Elizabeth Tudor back. Fantastic. All right, Liz, you're up, girl. You gets to go in there, girl. You gotta get some of your royalness in there. Gotta give them some royal jelly. And by royal jelly, I mean the jelly delirium that's inside these alien grenades. You gotta deliver that shit. So that's Elizabeth Tudor sorted then. What else? An infantry would not go awry. I don't really think we need the mustache. Let's take old Machiavelli. I'm sure he'll be adequate. Phalanx armor for Machiavelli because he ain't the speediest dude in the world. Not to take anything away from him. I'm just making an observation there, Maki. Phalanx armor, cross rifle, pistol scope, laser sights. Get him sorted. Please tell me we have a medic other than Jesus. We do not have a medic other than Jesus. Where the hell are all of our medics? Joseph Lister, the king is tired for 2 more hours. Fantastic. So we may have to go ghetto medic on this. Oh, we still have newbie Gabriel. We got to get newbie Gabriel Beton here in the tube at some point, so he's not Gabriel Beton anymore, but actually a legitimate member of Project Lazarus. Do I want to send Jesus on an abduction mission? I really kind of don't. You know what? As soon as I don't take a medic, though, somebody's going to get shot in the face. And also, theoretically, this mission could level Jesus. So, it has tangible benefits. Let's give Jesus a little phalanx armor. We'll go for some Gauss rifle. He probably doesn't need double med kits. We'll go motion tracker, single med kit. Should be fine. What are we missing? Anything? Just a couple assault troopers then. Alright. We could take the bully. Probably don't really need the bully. We got the Sun Dog. We got Sun Tzu, the war dog. Do you have close encounters? Or hit and run, rather? You do. War dog it is then. Carapace armor. Now, the war dog, not exactly the fastest man in the Project Lazarus, but he'll do. Shredder ammo, breaching ammo. We're just going to go for the double up close shotgun right in your friggin' mouth style assault trooper that we've been favoring lately. And old Ein Calamity Rand. Why is your nickname still Calamity? I mean, you are calamitous. That's sort of appropriate. I'm not sure I want to, change it. I mean, if you've ever read any of Ayn Rand's stuff, it was a calamity. Also, the philosophy she founded, objectivism, a total fucking calamity. From a logical standpoint, I mean, it's got a number of very flawed premises in it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick with Calamity. I kind of like Ayn Calamity Rand. I hate Ayn Rand. I hate calamities. Alright, my Francis impression, seriously, it's the one impression that I actually do pretty well. I do a damn good Francis. Now, what I don't hate vests. Alright. Francis hates stuff.
Dropship has arrived.
And Lewis was always excited to find pills. Pills here! Got your pills. Pills! Lewis was real excited for those pills. I often wonder if maybe he didn't have a bit of a problem. But I think I've probably made enough references to Left 4 Dead.
We're heading to South Africa.
Fantastic game, though. Left 4 Dead really was. It's a shame that Evolved didn't really pan out with kind of that same sort of panache.
Progress in a densely populated urban center.
I liked Evolved.
If we allow the aliens to
that being said, I didn't like it near as much as I liked
throughout
Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2. I don't know what it is. Just didn't kind of have that same feel. Really didn't. All right. So Operation Enduring Pipe. Oh, I've got an enduring pipe for you, baby, right here. It's going to endure all night long. It sounds like a Barry White kind of thing. Oh yeah, baby. This pipe of mine will endure all night long. It's got it going, long and strong, and it's going to endure, baby, until you get yours. Alright, so we have not a fantastic landing zone. I don't really mind this map. It's fairly well adjusted as far as the sources of cover and whatnot. So let's motion tracker it up. This is an abduction mission. There's no particular rush. We got plenty of time. This map is relatively XCOM friendly. All right, so those guys are camping the meld canister, which is where? ... Right there. So how do we want to approach this then? If we come around this corner, we're probably going to activate them. All right, we're going to do... This is a little risky, and I'm still going to try it. Let's see if we can sort of set up a firing solution for some of our team that doesn't activate that pod. Okay, it didn't. Excellent. All right, so we don't need the War Dog over there. Or Rommel. Jesus, honestly, is probably in the right spot. Actually, Machiavelli would be better served in the position where Jesus is. So let's move Jesus to the other side of this wall. Jesus still did not pop the pod. That's fantastic. Actually, you know what? I don't want Machiavelli there either. I actually... want the Iron Lady right there. So let's have the Iron Lady dash up. Alright, Rommel. Rommel does not have low profile, but he has lightning reflexes twice, which is interesting. Oh, it's chameleon suit. Okay. You know what, Rommel? Let's put you over here and get you ready to deploy a battle scanner for us. Machiavelli, we would like you in a position where you could take like a pair of cracks at the enemy. That looks respectable, if not good. It's at least reasonable. Ayn Rand has not quite got the speed that we need. So let's send Ayn Rand all the way down. I was going to say we could send her down and over, but there's actually no way for her to get into the combat zone that way. We're going to have to leave Ayn Rand in the open then, and further away from the enemy than I would relish. Looks like a similar situation perhaps for Mary Tudor.
Moving on target.
And the War Dog then... well, let's just bring the War Dog over here.
Roger, we'll call.
We're gonna have to let loose the dogs of war here. We're gonna have to cry havoc here in a minute. Gonna let them bark. We're gonna let the dogs out, like the Baja Men. Oof, oof, oof. Alright, so Rommel, this one's on you then. Let's get you up here. He does not have low profile, so this is a little dangerous. You did not activate a pod, huh? You gotta be like one tile short then. So let's throw the battle scanner onto the hood of this car, see if we can find the enemy. I don't know what language Rommel is speaking. Probably German, of course, now that I think about it. It makes complete and perfect sense. Alright, so we have a cyber disc. Who can shoot at it? Margaret Thatcher cannot shoot at the cyber disc. George Custer, no one can shoot at the cyber disc. Why can no one shoot at it? I am genuinely confused. Nobody can shoot at that, huh?
Heading for that location.
Alright, well, we're going to get Elizabeth Tudor a little closer. I don't suppose you could... Not this turn, but maybe next turn. Alright, we'll try something tricky with Elizabeth Tudor then, I guess. Let's get, well, we've got another... Well, we have one more turn of repositioning to do then.
Double time.
Let's bring Margaret Thatcher around so that maybe she can get a shot at it next turn. Ayn Rand, we can move a little closer to the enemy. Elizabeth Tudor is right where we want her. Jesus, pal, let's get you back here in this full cover. I'd like something a little more conservative for Jesus. Conservatives for Jesus. Custer's going to steady that weapon so there's an outside chance he actually hits something when he decides to fire it. And I think we'll bring the War Dog up here. Since this pod isn't active, I don't see any particular benefits to having to worry about cover.
Got it covered.
Overwatch with the rest of the team then. This guy's actually going to move? Nope, they're just going to stay. Oh, so somebody moved. What the shit is going on here? We've got some weird activation behavior. That's real. Okay, that's very strange. It activated and it looked like it tried to trigger Overwatch, but then it didn't actually trigger Overwatch. And also, we still can't see that guy. We can see the floater, but we can't see the cyber disc. Alright, well, let's take out the floater then, I guess. We'll kill what we can kill. I don't really want to activate that cyber disc pod if I don't have to. That was very poor shooting, by the way, Custer. I mean, these guys are totally going to try and clever girl us. Oh, and they have chrysalids. Fantastic. So we activated, like, a titanically huge pod. This map setup is real shitty. Alright, so 70%. That's the only shot we've got. I'd rather have double 55s than a single 70. It's vastly much better. Assuming the second shot killed him. Alright, so the second shot brings him down. Calamity, we're gonna have you hunker. Elizabeth Tudor. We could have Elizabeth Tudor throw a grenade at this car, but I actually don't want... I actively want to not activate that pod. We can't leave Sun Tzu where he's at. So we're gonna have to have him run back around the fence. He'll be on Overwatch. Theoretically, the right move here is to have all of these guys hunker down. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'll just Overwatch with Machiavelli. Rommel, I'll have you hunker down as well. And then Jesus can go on Overwatch, or... When they're hunkered down, they shouldn't really need smoke. I'm okay with the Overwatch here. Okay, so this unit has finally decided to move, and as a result has activated themselves. Man, that's very bizarre behavior. Yeah, so we're getting some shots, but we got a lot of misses happening. Is that it for the enemy? Because it seems like these floaters possibly are going to want to take a turn. I mean, if they want to just stay where they are and do nothing, I'm cool with that. Also, there are chrysalids somewhere on the ground, you gotta remember. Chrysalids we maybe can't see. That guy flanked himself. Another floater. Floaters are all double moving. Alright, so we got some real weird behavior here. That cyber disc is on Overwatch, so... Rommel is gonna have to take the move here. Rommel got to there without activating the Overwatch, huh? Well, if he can get to there without activating the Overwatch, that means Elizabeth Tudor can get over here without activating it, so that's fine. Let's start taking what long-range shots we've got. We got a can't-miss shot on a drone, 60% on a floater, a can't-miss shot on another... Alright, so Machiavelli, start killing then. One down for Nicolo, and Nicolo's gonna go 2 for 2. He's gonna take this drone as well. Alright, well, he didn't quite take the drone, but he did do some damage to it. Ein Calamity Rand is not in a fantastic spot. Margaret Thatcher has a couple different shots. Double 95s on a guy with 2 health seems like ridiculous overkill. Double 85s on a vastly more healthy floater seems like the much better alternative. Alright, Custer, what do you got? Yeah, just go ahead and take him out. So Custer's got him removed. Done. Floater taken out of play.
Out of rounds.
Sun Tzu, is there anywhere good for you to be? There's a bunch of shit back here that's all mind linked up. I'm not sure what that's all about. Jesus has a shot at this Seeker. It's probably worth taking. It didn't pan out, but could have gone worse.
Shot light.
Mary Tudor. Alright, so Elizabeth Tudor. No, we can't have you blowing up all these vehicles. Also, I'd prefer you to not blow up the meld canister if at all possible. What kind of shots have you got? You know what, 80% is good enough here. There we go. Alright, so a kill for Little Mary. And that just leaves Rommel here with a shot on our Seeker friend. He hit, but did not get the kill. It's possible we could finish that guy off. Ayn Rand, if we have you move to here, what kind of shot are you going to have? A fairly terrible one. What about a pistol shot? Any better? Not better enough to warrant taking a pistol shot, actually. Let's have you go ahead and... we could have you run and gun, actually. We could run and gun... I'm worried about the cyber disc, actually. Let's just shoot from here. Probably safer overall. So we didn't get the hit. Unfortunate. We can bring the War Dog forward and see if maybe he can't do a little better. He should also have a shot. It's actually slightly worse, but it's worth taking. No hit. This is just a Seeker. The drawback is it is spotting for all of this shit that's behind us, which is admittedly a problem. That's a Sectoid Commander. Sectoid Commander, double moving. We got a lot of crap coming up behind us. I'm not sure how those guys managed to get over the wall since there's no fucking gap to cross to get over that wall. Got to admit to being slightly confused there. Our rookie is probably dead here. Nope, he's getting... Oh, this is bad. Okay, 3 damage, all things considered. It could have been vastly worse. The car did not go up. Oh, he's going to get it right here, though. Strangled? Nope, shot. You know what? Shot is better. Shot, honestly, in this situation, is better for us. Alright, so Rommel needs to move. This car is also on fire, somehow, which means we... Okay, so we got to get away from those cars. Cars are bad. Don't be near the cars. Got it. Yeah, make a note. Margaret Thatcher... Still cannot see that cyber disc. For whatever reason, that thing is fucking just, it's straight up legitimately invisible. These have to be floaters over here. I don't understand what this guy is doing. It looks like he has everything that's in his vicinity somehow mind merged, which makes no sense at all to me. What's your hit percentage there? It's not good. Margaret Thatcher's is even worse, actually. Problem is, we can't really do anything about this piece of crap. Alright, let's run over here. I have no idea what all is... I have no idea what he's linked to. None whatsoever. We're gonna take this shot. Our rookie is doing some real dangerous shit here. He's got him hollow targeted. That's gonna improve everybody else's chances. Oh, don't reload. Don't you reload. Give me an explosive here. Now, Elizabeth Tudor does not have heat warheads, it is worth noting. And so 6 damage on the cyber disc, all things considered, is not terrible. And for some reason, we can all see that guy now. Nope, still can't. Double 25s is real bad. I'm not sure it's even worth taking. Jesus, what can you do? 80%. Okay, Jesus, go ahead and kill that Seeker. He is a problem. He's done. Now, this car is not scheduled to explode. Can't get enough shots on the cyber disc to likely kill it if we advance to the cyber disc. Machiavelli, 40% is okay. I'm gonna take it. He did get a hit, 4 damage. Can you do it? Can you do it again? Can you do it again, Nicolo? Oh, you got... Oh, that makes... Okay, well, I can't complain. I asked for the hit. He got the hit. 1 coin flip seems really not worth taking. We can't have anybody near these cars. Either of these cars. Oh, God, Mary Tudor. We forgot to move her. Oh, she's so fucked. It's not gonna kill her, but she's gonna be in the hospital. Alright, Ayn Rand. How far can you go? You could get to here. I don't actually want you to hit the sectoid commander, though. I want you hitting the cyber disc.
10-4.
This is so risky. She does have breaching ammo and shredder ammo, so we've got some damage out of that. 7 and a shred is just not enough, actually. We got Margaret Thatcher. Ugh, we have to commit now. Now we can't not commit. We gotta do it. We gotta run and gun. Oh, this is so bad. Alright, Sun Tzu is not in a great position here. Alright, it is shredded. We might be able to get enough damage to kill it. Maybe. It's gonna be real close. Actually, we didn't even get fucking close. Despite being shredded, we didn't even get close. Double 35s is better. Alright, well, we got the hit there. Somebody's gonna get fucking greased by this cyber disc. I'm real salty about the fact that it was, for whatever reason, absolutely invisible for the entire mission. Rommel was killed. It's gonna shoot at Machiavelli. There was nothing we could do about these floaters that were over the fence. There is something we could have done about that, and that would have been to just not be a fucking idiot, but... Let's face it, not being an idiot really isn't my strong suit. This mission is not going well. Erwin Rommel has been killed. There are still like 9 floaters behind this fucking fence that we gotta deal about. Cyber disc, of course, is still present. I'm sorry, Rommel. I'm sorry. You deserved better. You really did. That's my fault, admittedly. 63, 78. Just go ahead and kill this thing, Custer. I don't even trust you to hit the floater.
He's down.
Cyber disc is done. Yeah, where were you with that 11 damage last turn, huh? Where were you last turn?
I'm on the move.
I don't know how many floaters are still over there. I'm gonna have to assume it's several. I feel bad about Erwin Rommel. He was so close to surviving. Operation Enduring Pipe. Alright, Erwin Rommel buys the farm. We knew there was a floater over there, but we had to take the risk. We had to have him come forward and holo target the sectoid commander, otherwise I still feel shitty. Mostly I feel shitty about the fact that I don't understand why that fucking cyber was goddamned invisible for the entire map. Because theoretically we should not have been fighting both of those pods at the same time. We should have been able to activate the cyber rather than having to activate the back pod at the same time. I'm a little fucking salty about that. And by a little, I mean quite a bit salty. And another engineer goes to the hospital because I'm an idiot. That one I'm taking full responsibility for. I fucked up. I'm still quite upset. Snapshot, no. Disabling shot's real good. I'm taking disabling shot. I like it better than precision shot. I just do. It's better. Erwin Rommel, he was only a Lance Corporal, but still. The Desert Fox ain't gonna be out foxing nobody no more. Well, on the plus side, he will be sort of in a fox hole in that, he'll be in a grave. 100 credits, Panic in South Africa decreased, which we didn't need. Our chameleon suit, which we just built, is now fucking ruined. Fantastic.
We will be in touch, Commander.
The Carapace armor, I don't really give a shit about. Actually, I don't really give a shit about the chameleon suit either, other than the fact that this is really fucking irritating. So, yeah, I know it's damaged. How long to repair it? 3 days? Whatever. Might as well be an eternity. Chameleon suit, also 3 days. I don't care. This repair mechanic, I don't understand it. It doesn't add anything to the game. And they went out of their way to put it in. Why go out of your way to put in a mechanic that adds literally nothing experientially to the gameplay? It adds absolutely nothing. It doesn't make missions harder. It doesn't make missions easier. It doesn't make missions take significantly enough more resources to consider it to be like a resource or money sink. What the fuck is the point of the repair mechanic? It's just stupid. Anyway, we're gonna build another Gauss long rifle. Let's get that started. And, let's, old Erwin Rommel. I suppose we'll have to write a eulogy for Rommel on his next mission, though, given the fact that Erwin Rommel didn't really live that long. Not, too terribly sure what that eulogy is going to entail. But that's it for me. Thanks very much for watching, of course. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more XCOM, including the death of famous World War II North African generals, you might also consider subscribing. We post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.